Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Andrea and Josiah.
Yes. So today we're not going to do a challenge right now. We're going to go all in and tell you guys a dope situation story. So this video
situation.
Alright, so this video is about how your boy won a TV show. Right?
Game show.
Yeah,
Tell them how much money.
Your boy won a game show, and a lot of people are asking me, how'd you win? Or they want to know the story behind the scenes and stuff like this, so I'm going to lay it all out for you. So, the TV show that I won is called Wipeout. Or so the TV show that I won is called Cannonball, which is a knockoff of Wipeout. That's why I said Wipeout. So the concept of the game show was they give you obstacles in the water that you had to be the best at, basically. But this has no, I guess there's no judgment on how strong you are, how fast you are, or whatever. There was no factor. So it was just, you just had to, it was just
pure by chance.
Exactly, thank you. By chance. Okay. So
So let me get this straight.
What?
So it was an aquatic game show.
Yes.
That had no athletic, like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there was fat people, there was skinny people, and then there was me. So yeah. Let's get into the video then.
Always there when I need somebody. Always there when I need somebody. Always there when I need somebody. Always there when I need somebody.
Alright, you guys. So let me tell you about the beginning, how I even came upon this.
I wasn't really involved, so I'm just gonna listen, and I'm gonna ask questions that other people would probably have.
Okay, that's a good
So how the heck did you even get on the game show?
Thank you, that's a good one. So I have a good friend, his name is E-Money. We actually did a song together. Check that song out, If You Love Me. But anyway, so he actually books people for TV
a casting
shows.
director.
Exactly.
Okay.
So he hit me up saying, yo, what's up, Josiah? Funny thing was I was actually on a TV show, a commercial that day for Samsung. So he hit me up and he was like, yo, Josiah, I got this show coming up. It's about to be popping. Yo, I think you'll be perfect for it. They need a guy with great personality and six-pack abs. I was like, first of all, I ain't got six-pack abs, but I got the personality down pat. So I had the interview with him. He submitted me for the information. Then it was about like 4 months after the show actually hit me up. The director of the show hit me up and they're like, yo, Josiah, E-Money sent me your information, really liked you, so let's just get a Skype interview down. Got the Skype interview, they loved me, everything was perfect. Funny thing was, I actually went in there being me, and I'm obviously an R&B singer, but they said, we have to have a catch for you. You're going to be the gospel singer, because I obviously talked about how I got into singing, which is from church, right? So they're like, all right, so you're going to be the gospel singer. I didn't know how far they was going to take it during the show. I was like, just let me do the show. Any other questions?
Not right now.
All right, so the first day on set before we even shot.
So okay, one question.
Okay.
So there was no like audition or like to test your athletic abilities or anything like that?
No, there wasn't. Although we did have to get physicals before the show.
Okay.
But that had nothing to do with that. But
then
we did have to do
that. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry, hold on. Sicko. So yeah, we did have to do our physical. Knocked that out. It was on like one day. I think it was even paid.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was cool. So the first day on set before knowing anything about the show. So we got on set, there was actually 2 different groups. I didn't know. I went in there saying good morning to everybody. This was at 5 o'clock in the morning. Next to to a lake that we're going to be filming at. But we had the first day, we actually had to do TV show interviews. We had to do photo shoots. We had to do, what was it? We did photo shoots and we did, basically interviews and photo shoots. We got to meet some of the people. Because there was so much chaos going on the first day, we didn't know exactly who all was on our team, if that makes sense. Because they split us up into 2 groups. So I was over there saying good morning to these people that obviously weren't even on my team. But eventually so we got there at 6 o'clock. At around 12 o'clock, things would start to get going. So in LA, first of all, in LA, let them know how long the waiting time is for anything. Just know that if you're on set, you will be there for hours before anything happens. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. Hours. So just get that in your head. If you got something planned and it's going to be real dope, know that it's going to take...
the call times are like it's dark when the call time, like...
Yeah, like 3 o'clock in the morning or something. Yeah, it's been crazy.
And you're like, why am I here this early? Because you don't even do anything till like 9 or something.
Yeah. So the first day was kind of cool because we did like we did our interviews on how dope we are. So basically, each person had a segment where they could talk about themselves. What do they have to contribute? What about you is different from the other person? So mine was obviously the gospel singer. There was another guy who was a big boy. His name was Mondo. Shout out Mondo. So everyone loved him. He was super dope. He was like a fat little Mexican dude. Hella dope. It's funny because I got his number. He's dope. So anyway, he was actually a police officer for the longest time. So I think he retired detective. But on the show, he was like, I'm going to win this show because I look like a cannon. And the funny thing was the first course he won with flying colors because it was basically 3-4 stories high. I think it was 3 stories high. And we had to walk up thin ass staircase all the way up 3 stories high, and then we had to slide down it, and the furthest a person got would be the winner. And I think I came in...
I thought you did good on that one.
I did good. I think I came in 2nd or 3rd. But Mondo, that nigga, he came in 1st with flying colors. No one even came close to him. Oh. Yeah. So that was the first day. The second day, we did like a few other kind of challenges. It was just a factor of things. But they did feed us. They fed us really good. Every day... we got paid $100-something just for showing up. That wasn't even the.
So how many days were you there?
We were there 5 days. Mm. Yeah, we were there 5 days. Like I said, the first day was an interview, so I don't know if that really counted. But it's funny. We started off with 12 people. And then after that, they started getting rid of so many people. I think the first day. Oh, that's right. I did want to tell you guys something. So there was this guy who won the first round, right? So the first round, everyone won, and then the 12 people, actually, I think they got rid of 5 people. 5 people went home. So the next day we had to be there. One of the guys who won to the second round didn't show up. He wasn't there. He didn't show up at all. So the production was calling. They're like, hey, this guy's not answering. What should we do? So they ended up calling another girl there who actually ended up all the way to the last round.
So she had lost?
So she lost the first round. Oh. This girl lost the first round, and they called her back because she was the only one that answered her phone because they needed someone to be there. So I guess they maybe changed the narrative, to change the story around, or didn't even add him. Okay. I don't think I've even seen him in the show. But yeah, so this girl got hella lucky. Yo, you're dope. She's a really cool girl. I forgot her name right now. All these names are running through my mind. But she was dope too.
Walk us through the round. The round you did the worst on.
Ooh, that's a good question. All right, so the worst round was we were like hanging on this pole thing. The fire department was there. It was like a fire hose. and the water was shooting from the fire hose, and we had to keep our feet on this ball, right? And it was so hard because I'm so lengthy. I felt like a snake swinging around. So I felt like I did horrible on that. But turns out somebody did even worse than me. As soon as they got on the ball and they pumped up the water, the dude went swinging off. So praise God for that, because I was like hella nervous.
Josiah's got great balance, but then that water pressure dipped him back too far, causing him to lose his footing. He did hang up there for a bit, so it could go either way here.
Also, there was another one that I thought I was going to do bad on. That one was the surfing. Oh, surfing in the sky. Oh, I did horrible. Horrible. So I hopped up on that thing. They told us, they said, all right, you guys, so when you guys get on the surfboard, it's probably going to be wobbly, so try to get a good grip. So they told us, do not touch the board. If you touch the board, you're going to get knocked off a few feet. So I was like, all right, try not to touch it. So I hopped on the board, and as soon as I hopped on the board, my ass was like twerking, right? So yeah, so I hopped on that thing, and I fell off backwards. It's funny because they added a voice, and I was like, I didn't make that noise, but I thought it was funny.
I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but I think I'm ready. Yeah.
It's go time. Looks focused, calm. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Cannonball! He jumps on. He doesn't seem very confident. Oh, man, he falls backwards.
I actually was on there longer than I thought it was.
Let's take a look at his run again. Mike, what do you see?
Josiah hops on, never really getting his balance. Then his high center of gravity actually works against him.
Really disappointing. He's coming in at 54 feet, 2 inches from the launch pad. He's in last place right now in this competition.
He needs to start stepping up his game. I mean, it's like, did you peak? Did you peak at Savage Swing? Or is the peak yet to come? Only time will tell.
All right, coming up next.
So was that the scariest one?
Let me see.
Was there any round that you were like, okay, I quit right now, I'm not gonna do it?
Like super nervous about?
Yeah, that you felt like turning back.
I feel like that one was probably the first one, the slide, because it was like the staircase was hella thin, and you're walking up it, and you're like so high up in the air, you can see like the whole city, and then you just look down, and there's like this death slide all the way out, and then it swings you up. But it was kind of cool because as soon as you hopped on the slide, it was like totally fast. Like it happened like in a blink of an eye.
And so tell us the round you won.
The last round?
Oh, so yeah.
So the very last round. All right, so this is, yeah, that's a good one. So the time I won was kind of nerve-wracking because what we did was the last round was the slide. So we started off on the slide. But the slide, the first round, we had to go past some rings, right? So the ring that you touched would be the furthest one, right? So you would try to like not touch a ring. So the last one was you had to get the furthest, right? The furthest distance and the height. So I knew in my head, all right, so height. What can you do to make it seem like you got high? And in my head was like, throw your hands up in the air, right? That just makes sense. I'm 6 feet, so it's like I got some long ass arms, right? So throw your hands up in the air and keep your feet straight out. That was hard because you went face first, right? So it's kind of hard to maneuver your legs and like swing them forward, right? So that was my strategy. Although the producers were like, "Tell us your strategy" up at the top of the slide. They're like, "Tell us your strategy," and I'm like, I know that I'm just gonna swing. I didn't even tell them my whole strategy. All I said was like, I'm just gonna pray to God and that I get it, just some generic stuff. But in my head I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you because you're probably gonna tell somebody else. So I'm like, nah. So I kept it to myself, went down the slide, and of course, you know, I tried to do it as much as I could. My hands were up in the air. They noticed that right away. And I think I got some distance on there too. I think I got some major distance. So I was praying to God. I was like, Lord, if you just make me do this, like just you got me this far, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the last round, I went, someone else went, there was 4 people, I remember. 4 people. I was the first one, and they had us right after we did our challenge, we did our interview, and then they had us in a tent, right? And it was 4 corners in the tent, obviously. So I was in one corner, someone else was in another corner, they was in the other corner, so I was just sitting there patiently.
Like during the results or
Well, the whole time. It was in holding.
Oh.
Like after you're done, they say don't talk to each other, don't look at each other.
Oh.
Because the interviews were right after they got out of the water. So they could be like, oh, I got far, or I didn't get far, right? So we were all just kind of in our own corner, and production was standing there, so they was like guarding us, like make sure we was doing what they told us to do. So we're just standing there in the corners, and I'm like praying the whole time, like, Lord, I know you did this. The reason why I'm here is for a good reason, you know, like this and that. So they say, so I go, and then there's a few people after me, and we were all sitting, right? And then obviously they have like a crowd, so the crowd's making all this noise, and it just gets you like hella nervous, because you're like, ooh, maybe they did good, you know, maybe they did better than me. So we're standing in this corner, and then the production says, Josiah. And I'm like, huh? And they's like, come with us. And I'm like, oh snap, like, okay, I'm trying not to be super hyped. So I'm walking, I walk with the production, and the production can't talk to us, they can't tell us anything, so we're like hella quiet, right? So we're walking back, and then my boy who was doing the last round with me, right? Me and him was real cool. He hugs me. And I knew I won because he hugged me. He like whispered in my ear. He's like, good job. He's like, good job, Josiah. He said, good job. That's all he said. And I was like, I knew at that moment that I won. And like my blood in my body was just boiling. I was about to jump over all these niggas. Right? So I was like hella hyped. Super excited. I went to the stage again. And they announced that I won 10 grand.
Ooh.
10 grand.
Looking to knock Eric off the mountaintop, gospel singer Josiah Johnson.
I'm about to be shot out of a cannon.
The $10,000 is just a grasp away.
I'm so scared to get thrown out of this cannon, but I know God's got me. He's gonna give me the wings to fly.
Remember, he has to beat Eric's 61 feet 3 inches. The pressure's on.
Eric's son really hoping God prefers him. It all comes down to this, Roxy, and here we go. 3, 2, 1. Cannonball! He slowly goes in, his legs are up, there's not much drag. Nice run! I'll tell you what, if that is not as flawless as they come, I don't know what is.
He gave God a high five right there.
That's what's up.
Let's take a look at instant replay right now. What do you see, Mike?
Once he goes down the slide, there is no drag whatsoever. He hits the cannon, and as he exits, his hands are up in the air like he's in a gospel, singing a song, and he enters the water legs first. That was amazing. Obviously, Eric had a really good run as well. This is going to be close.
Holy smokes! Oh, my goodness. All right, so the official score to beat was 61 feet 3 inches, and your score was 68 feet 2 inches. You just won Cannonball!
Oh, my goodness!
Josiah is the Cannonball champion. He's $10,000 richer. Hallelujah!
And I was super excited, just hella excited. Yeah, I couldn't even. I think I fell to my knees. Yeah, I fell to my knees. I was just super excited, and I think.
So what was going through your mind?
Going through my mind was like, oh damn, I can't wait to tell Andrea. That was the first person that came in my mind. I'm gonna tell Andrea. And funny thing is, Andrea was actually. What were you doing when I was doing all this?
I was in Texas.
Yeah.
With my dad.
You were in Texas the whole time. When I won, you were in Texas. I actually called her and told her that I lost. And she was like...
No, I was on set when you told me that.
What? No.
Yeah?
Are you sure? I promise you were gone. You weren't even... So anyway, I told her that I won... Oh, stop. I told her that I won, And of course, we were all hella happy. And yeah.
Okay, so tell us what you did with your money.
I still got it. I still got it.
Please hold it up.
I didn't even spend it. I went on some shopping sprees and realized that I didn't spend that money. I spent some other money. But yeah, so that was basically my whole story on how I won Cannonball. The dopest thing. It was a dope experience. The production was super awesome. The food was amazing. And just everybody on the set was dope. So yeah.
And then also, fun fact.
What?
You forgot to tell him that your friend Cameron was a part of the audience.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, so funny thing was the day I won, my friend was actually in the crowd, the audience.
And he didn't
Cameron,
even know.
bam, he didn't even know. He was like, hey, what show are you on again? I'm like, I'm on Cannonball. He's like, bro, yeah. I was like, what? So we actually went out to eat and celebrate the win.
While we wait for the official results, Simon is standing by with Josiah's gospel crew.
What's your name?
My name's Cameron. Josiah's my best friend, the one I was competing today.
What do you think about Josiah's performance so far?
Well, I hope he wins so I can get some of the money. I'm the one who talked to him about God. I got him in church. So
Are you part of the gospel choir?
No, that's him.
Well, I'm Lord Byron.
I can't sing. That's not my gift.
But I can, yeah.
Yes, you can. Lord Byron, yes, you can.
Josiah is making his way over to Simon, and the results are in.
What's up, man?
Oh my goodness, good to see you again.
What's up?
You're moving on to the finals. Josiah, come on! Let him in! Back to you in the booth!
Thank you, Simon. Good vibes down there on our sidelines. You love seeing that as we pull up our end of...
So that was dope. Shout out to you, boy. I love you, man. So yeah, that's the time I won Cannonball. We got so many more stories, but I'll give y'all piece by piece. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that. Mm-hmm. Love y'all, people. Be safe out there, and remember, God loves you, and so do I. See you later. Have a good one, y'all.
When I need somebody, you're always there.